So today we're in Byron Bay, Australia, and we are having a day of tasting different cake options for our wedding.
Literally a whole day.
If you asked me what would my dream day be, it would be in Byron Bay, just eating cake all day.
Pia was in charge of directions today, so we're lost.
Oh, perfect. Oh, great. Okay. It's fantastic. Thank you. Bye.
We're in the right spot.
It is here. See? Pia took charge of directions. That's why we're here.
What's wrong?
There's a fly in my eye. So we're going to the first baker's, and I'm not sure, I've never done this before, but it looks like we're just going to go in there and get to try some cake.
But we also forgot to have breakfast today because we were late.
Well, it's cake for breakfast, darling.
Yeah. This many cakes that's gonna fill me up.
No, you have to just have like one bite of each.
Is this like when you do wine tasting, you gotta spit it out? Because I want to eat all this.
Yeah, I want to eat it too. I gotta admit though, I'm pretty excited. I'm actually really glad we didn't have breakfast. We're gonna have cake all day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Just cake.
This is actually super annoying because yesterday we decided we were going to start our proper getting fit for the wedding diet.
Yesterday was not the day to start that.
And now we're having cake.
You want to do this order, or do you want to just pick the ones that are...
No, I'm happy. I mean, I'm assuming we shouldn't eat everything, like the whole cake, should we?
No, you'll be sick.
What do you do with all the wasted cakes?
I've got 4 children.
Okay. Here we go.
Raspberry and white chocolate. That is lovely. What's that? You've got to show them that.
Look at that. What was that red stuff? Raspberry panna cotta and white chocolate buttercream.
Darling, cut that in half.
No. Why? So far we've tried 3 cakes and Pia wants all of them, so we're thinking of stacking
Yes,
this
this is
thing.
going to be actually really hard. Look at that. Oh.
So far it's 4 out of 4.
I know.
How many cheers you have?
Well, how many cakes do you make?
Kane's just had a great idea.
What was that?
We basically just tell everyone that we're getting married all the time and get cake tasting wherever we go. I mean, this seems like a really good way to spend Monday.
I feel so full up. And this is cake tasting 1 of 3. So we borrowed Tara's car today. So hopefully she doesn't need it, because I don't know if she knows we took it.
I did actually bring her some cakes, so if she notices the missing car, I can just be like, don't worry about that, worry about this.
Yes, he is. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Good morning, welcome to the vlog. So we've just finished our first tasting. I had no idea how much like sugar overload I was gonna feel. I legitimately feel like I'm gonna have a sugar crash in a minute, like when you have too much Coca-Cola. So so we're gonna go grab some lunch, but we don't know exactly where we are. But I would like to go to the Mez Club because I always like going to that place. Yeah, so we need to have some regular food now, like to reset our palates.
It's basically like gourmet wine tasting. We need to like cleanse our palates and make sure that we give every cake equal opportunity.
I actually thought we were going to have to like chew the cake and then spit it out, but apparently that's not a thing.
So the problem with Kane and I choosing cakes for our wedding is that we have completely opposing palates. Like, he likes fruity flavours, so at this last tasting he literally picked 2 lemon cakes and 2 raspberry cakes, and I like chocolate flavours because, you know, I'm normal. So we keep butting heads with what kind of flavours we're gonna do. So I think we're gonna have to do like one of those tiered cakes that has different flavours so that we can compromise.
We've literally gone from cake tasting to wine tasting. Well, not wine tasting, just wine drinking.
Just wine drinking. Yeah, I've pretty much written the day off to be a fun wedding prep day.
So we need to give everyone an update. Everyone's asking where we're at.
So we started prepping for it last Monday, but you know, I'm a last minute kind of person. I always like, even at uni, I used to just cram everything into the last minute, and I think it just keeps you on the edge. Keeps life
I
interesting.
think that's a terrible way to plan a wedding.
It can go well, it can be a disaster.
Food, have we chosen the menu yet?
Not the menu, but the restaurant. The caterer is locked in and chosen. Menu has not been sorted, but we are going to have a sit down, like proper like meals served kind of thing. I'm not doing canapes or anything like that. Venue's locked down. Dress is being made. So like I have fittings. I have like 4 or 5 fittings in the next few months.
Why do you need so many fittings?
Well, because I keep eating cake.
What are you saying about vows?
So you have to write vows to proclaim how much you love me to the world. You have to put all of your deepest feelings for me in writing and say it in front of all of your friends and everyone on YouTube.
It's so embarrassing.
You might need to cry.
Are you serious? Like, I was literally going to Google some vows.
Were you? Decor and flowers. That's a big one. And I have literally sorted all of the decor and design, and I haven't yet sorted the flowers.
See, this worries me because Pia's been sitting on Pinterest with her computer facing away from me because apparently I'm not allowed to see it.
You can see the decor.
Well, she's not showing me. She's saying that now, but she's not showing me. So I'm kind of a bit... This might end up looking like a fairground.
It's gonna look like a wonderland. You wait, I'm gonna make this so schmick. I don't know.
Schmick? It's
I
not the
don't-
word you want to use.
My Pinterest right now is looking very ambitious, and we'll have a look at how much all that costs.
Yeah, I reckon it's like Pia's idea is here, and our budget is around about here. So we have to find a compromise where,
Might just be a few little leaves.
yeah. The one thing I've been planning a lot of is the actual video. So Sam Evans is a friend of mine who helped me produce the video, the engagement video with Pia back in France last year. So me and him have been going back and forth working out ideas of what we want to do. So far we've got an and for the intro of this wedding video. It's going to be, the plan is,
You can't tell them the plan, you're gonna ruin it. You
Alright,
shouldn't even
no
tell them
plan.
any of this.
Alright, I'm going to bleep all out what I just said. But there's 3 incredible vehicles that are going to get me to the wedding. And we're going to shoot that probably like the week beforehand. So this intro is going to be insane. So even if the wedding's a bit like... The intro is going to be
The wedding's
great.
not gonna be it. It's really starting to feel real. We've got about less than 100 days left to go before the wedding. I'm not sure the exact count. And we haven't started any dance lessons. And Kane and I, honestly, we tried to film ourselves dancing recently. We are so awkward. We are so awkward at trying to like ballroom dance.
I'm not awkward at
You
dancing.
don't even know how to waltz fade.
When people see me dance, like I've literally...
You can do like
hang on,
Michael
hang on.
Jackson.
No, hang on. Tell them honestly, last week at the gala, I was dancing and people with rhythm were actually coming up to me and high-fiving me and saying, "You're good."
You're good.
One guy was like, "That's
You're
great."
good at dancing solo, babe, but you're not good at dancing with a girl. You gotta lead.
Maybe you can just watch. And I'll
That's our
just
first dance.
body pop my way through the day.
Oh my god, guys, help me.
That was... See you later, thanks.
That was beautiful.
That was a mistake.
I know, I'm very full now.
We just had the biggest lunch ever and completely forgot we've got to go and eat a load more cake now. Next cake tasting, here we come. Cake tasting. Oh, are you okay?
I just hit my funny bone. These look unbelievable, by the way. I've had like a little sneak peek. Look!
Well, as you'll see when you cut this open, the inside will ooze out.
So like a chocolate lava cake from Domino's.
Oh gosh, no! You're banished. Go.
I shake my head, but you know.
I'm so sorry about him. I should have left him at home.
And you can eat these plants.
Yeah. Yeah, eat one too.
Imagine she just died.
Oh my gosh, babe. That is really nice.
Spices.
That tastes like a really good banana bread.
Like,
It does. Have you never had banana bread? It's so nice. Has this got stuff that oozes out from the middle as well? This is great, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, like a crime scene. Well, at least we know we've got good appetite.
done.
Pia's had to unbutton her dungarees. Well,
Cut me out of my dungarees.
I am so full up. No. That was just incredible. I don't think that helps our wedding diet very much though.
Starting now.
Now.
Okay, so for this next cake tasting, we have driven from Byron Bay to Tambury Mountain, and we're currently like climbing the mountain, and we're rising altitude so much that my ears are like popping. I literally feel like my brain's about to explode
No
from
one's ears are
altitude.
popping. No one's ears are popping.
Are yours not? I have to do this.
Pia thinks she's like at plane altitude level right now. We're probably at like 60 meters above sea level.
This must be what it's like to be like an
bird.
astronaut.
Alright, we have arrived.
Okay. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I know you already.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
This is Marina's house, and this is her little cake making house. Check this out.
Okay, so what we're thinking of doing for the wedding is probably a 3-tier cake, maybe something like this. My initial thought was to go with like that semi-scraped, really rustic looking style, but I'm also so in love with what she does. Like, look at this workmanship. It is just...
Darling, it's workwomanmanship. Come on.
Oh, look at this one.
Wow. I've never actually seen cakes look like this before.
They are next level.
This one looks like it's made of stone.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it looks
incredible?
Like marble.
Marble, yeah. Is the plan that we're meant to taste the flavours here?
Yes.
And then whatever we like here goes into these big cakes?
Yes, and you can have different flavours on different tiers. So basically, if we can't decide on one flavour, and I do think it's a better idea to do different flavours on different tiers because some people like really fruity cake, some people want chocolate, stuff like that. Basically, there's a structure in here so that each tier is actually on a different kind of plate, like a cake holder,
Right.
and then there's a stick in the middle holding these tiers together.
This is the best dinner I've ever had.
This is the best day I've ever had.
This is good because I'm experiencing a sugar come down from the last place, so now I can get back in and have more sugar.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
the white chocolate mud cake. So traditional sponge with vanilla bean buttercream.
Oh no, my chip.
Okay, try the dark chocolate mud cake.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have this one because I don't eat dark chocolate.
Yep, that's
Just
fine.
because it reminds me of coffee too much.
More for me. I've already devoured 3 tiny little... I'm trying to have like half of each because honestly, otherwise it's too much.
Should we call this video a wedding mukbang?
Yes! Mud cake.
I must admit, I've not been very interested in like the wedding preparations until now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got my suit, I'm fine, Pia can do the rest. And now I'm like, this is not that bad.
Everything else is like a little bit of a, you know, chore or a to-do, whereas this is just like insanely good.
That's incredible. That was my best romantic feeding session. This cake we're trying now is like legitimately mint green.
It's pistachio financier with sour cherry sauce. Yeah, that is speaking my language.
Also, that cherry has gold leaf on it.
I know.
Plus, I think people will be weirded out when they cut through it and it's green.
People know what pistachio is, darling.
Until about 30 seconds ago, I didn't know what pistachio was. So
Most people know.
I think we should go with the caramel mud cake because that looks amazing. You know, this is actually going to be better than our wedding day because on our wedding day we've only got 1 cake. We've got like 20 today. If you just want a wedding dress, this could have been the video.
Be done.
When I was a kid, I used to get the entire jar of lemon curd and just eat it with a spoon. So I think I'm going to like this one. There's something so good about lemon curd because it's so tart. but it's so sugary. It's like fights against itself.
Cheers.
I think we're meant to feed each other, aren't we? Not like ourselves. I feel that's not romantic, that's just inconvenient. In between the last cake tasting and this one, I had such a big sugar crash that I just fell asleep. I've never had so much sugar in my whole life.
I know, I've never had this much sugar in my life.
Just sat there, I was like, ooh. Because bizarrely enough, my favourite flavour is still the first white chocolate mud cake.
Really?
The first one we tried, yeah.
Mine still might also be the dark chocolate mud cake with Contro.
Can we just agree that like we're not going to do dark chocolate, seeing as one half of this relationship hates dark chocolate?
But darling, we can do tiers, and most people like chocolate. It's not dark chocolate
But why
either,
can't
it's
we
just
agree?
chocolate.
Like, if one of us hated killer tigers, we wouldn't have one at the wedding. This is how negotiations in weddings go. When we first started planning the wedding, her mum gave me this piece of advice, which I'm realising is very, very true. It was happy wife, happy life. And what I've deduced from that is, if I let Pia make all of the decisions with this wedding, everything goes swimmingly.
Yes!
So I'm just saying yes to everything. I've chosen my suit, and I've chosen the band, and I've chosen the DJ. And that's the three things that I'm very passionate about. Oh, and also I've chosen.
Don't tell people about that. I mean, I'd like your opinion, but at the end of the day,
What I've noticed,
call is mine.
What I've noticed is my opinion doesn't count. I completely forgot we have an appointment at home, and we're mid-cake tasting, so I've got to try and bring Pia away. I reckon that was a pretty successful day.
I think so too. I think we're kicking some wedding goals, babe.